What's up, folks? Coming to you again. Nooney Noon. We up at Eastside Park. It's a little breezy up here today, but me and one of the really snipers in Patterson, we call him the Wizard. So, Wiz, what would you like to tell these people today? What you feel like expressing to them? I mean, me and Wiz traveled a lot, man. We went to the Calvin Ramsey All-Star. You understand? $5,000 spending money. Go ahead, Wiz. Tell them what's going on, bro.
I could give a shout out to everybody in this 2025. It's a long year.
Yeah.
Big, like I say, been a privilege and an honor for my brother Noon to ask me to, give a few words about, kind of like what I've been doing over the last couple of years. Been staying busy, working, still full-time job, family. I work out, try to stay in shape a little bit. Not too much ball, but I mean, I can still play only in emergencies. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, don't believe that. And I wouldn't advise any of you guys to jump on this guy. It's a martial artist specialist right here we looking at. Go ahead, man, but I ain't gonna let you fraud my audience, bro.
Not the martial arts expert, no, just training and stuff that I do to stay in shape. It pretty much piggyback off of playing ball, because I played ball for pretty much most of my life. But I telling Noon, I had some crazy stories about how I got started in playing, and I told him to admit I never even liked basketball, never liked it, and got involved in it. A couple of guys tell me, "Oh yeah, growing up for basketball, you got the girls out there, and you do your game." And I'm like, man, I didn't even know the game at all. So what happened was, I know the rough time. I had a couple of rough decisions coming up, trying to learn the game and meeting people. Which today I kind of like give homage, because I met a lot of nice people, amateur, college, pro. But I get Noon is all world, man. I look at it like that. Even me and him had some good times.
That's how we met on the basketball court. Let me just jump right in here.
Remember?
Yeah, but Wiz played against me, Boss, Jerry, Tyrone Collins, Fontaine, all of us, man. A lot of us are real Patterson legends, man. A lot of you guys' names I don't remember, but like I said, I had put out a couple of YouTube chapters about legends, and it's on Let's Chop It Up, hosted by daughter Samia, John Benjamin. Let's Chop It Up, hosted by. You'll see all the people I mentioned in Patterson that was really like gunslingers, we call them. You call them hoopers, ballers. But Wiz is being a little modest. If you go down to the YMCA in Patterson right now, one of the names you hear is the Wiz. He trained, he taught people, taught a couple of my people, son included, one of my sons. But I just want to keep the record straight. This is a bona fide brother right here today. He took the time out to talk to you guys about some things, especially you what are y'all, Gen X, you younger folks. So Gen Z, yeah.
Well, I tell you, this actually, the YMCA was like a not quite a starting ground. Outside street ball was a starting ground. Northside Chapel.
Oh, yeah.
Naming Milton Evans as Kawan's father. Well, he was rough back then. He has my man Stanko, Archie James, and like Noon said, you want to start naming names because there's a lot.
And
I'll forget.
Want to forget everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Like Tootie Howell, but he didn't come down there. We ended up on the other side with him.
Right.
There's playing ball at School 12 with, guys like the Sherman brothers, Henry and Tony Sherman, and then, watching Tyrone Collins like 7 days a week, practicing basketball.
One day, I wasn't up there that day.
That was a little crazy.
Gospel got in the karate.
They was like, no,
if you see this film, you know exactly what we're talking about. I had you on this channel too.
Yeah, I remember that, and I was like, oh man, and Ron Williams was like, no. We was like, no, come on, with the kid in the east side was watching.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't mention Ron has a nursery up on Heldon Ave in Patterson. It's still in Patterson on Prospect, closer to Prospect Park. Ron Williams. No one mentions Ron, but listen, Ron had hands.
Yeah, that's right there. Yeah,
Dr. J type game. Ron was nice.
So, like I said, so we start naming names, but then we had me and Noon. We met on something really.
He was killing
crazy.
one of my boys I was with one day. He was killing him, destroying
Oh my
him.
God.
And I was killing his
One of
boy.
those boys,
So
yeah,
I
right.
took it out on his boy, Ron. Ron, what's up, Ron? Yeah, killed Ron.
Yeah, right.
And Sam let me down that day, man. I was like, yo. So then we just hooked up, man. We
Hooked up after that, right?
And then Calvin Ramsey, which is an old veteran who used to give tournaments in the city, Randall's Island, down the stadium in New York. Kentucky Fried Chicken All-Star it was called. And trip was to the Bahamas, 5,000 spending money, but you had to participate in all these different events. And I was killing them in basketball, push-ups, killed them in push-ups. And then what happened with the tracks?
But listen, actually, you did good because remember Tiny Archibald was there. Remember that?
I talked some smack to Nate too. Yeah, Nate came to the after party.
Came to the after party.
I was number 7. They was like, watch out for number 7 one time. I said, y'all cheated me, man. New York, I'm tell you, the city is cool, but they
got some
leaning
game with them.
towards their own people. But in the track thing,
Oh yeah, that was another
I
story.
got destroyed. It was like, you should let me know I would have trained you. First I took off real fast, right?
He was
What's that,
fine.
5K or 10K?
5K.
Yeah, I left everybody.
Yeah, he started
Then all of
again.
a sudden,
Start backpedaling. Oh my God,
man, they
that
left
was
me in
crazy.
the dust, man.
But then,
Yeah, but we had so much fun over
but
there.
you know what's
too,
so
man.
crazy? I'm thinking now. Remember we was in Pennington Park, right? You know,
Yeah,
Franklin
yeah.
Jacobs, he like hot.
Oh yeah, Pennington was the spot.
That was
for
the
it,
spot
man.
back in the day, and I know that you put that.
It was really Franklin, if you're listening to this, she was really not a basketball player.
He wasn't really
He
bad.
was a high jumping joker, and it's true.
Yeah, right.
But
But,
go ahead, go
the
ahead,
thing
I'm
was
sorry.
happening
Yeah.
is when you used to come down court with that one hand hook shot, right or left,
Yeah, yeah.
had the leg out. He was the only guy I know that didn't block your shot.
Yeah, and he could jump.
Take your jump, man.
You know, I stole that from Michael Ray Richardson, man, because you're allowed to take 2 of these cats now. It's different. They could take 5 steps. We was only allowed to really take 2 steps, and it wasn't no triple step back. It wasn't no carrying, running with the ball. You had to really dribble the ball. So I stole a move from this guy named Michael Ray Richardson. They call him Sugar. He went to the NBA. Where you take your first step, right, and show them the ball. And if they don't jump, you pull it back and take your second step, and they fly by, and you just lay it up. That was one of my favorite moves.
Right,
That's
yeah,
how I got
that's
Frank.
how you got it. No, he jumped. He was looking at all. I was like, wow. I was like, yeah. But the thing is, see, back then, it's more competitive, but now you really don't have too much. Cause like,
No creativity. They like robots, bro.
yeah, you can't. When I had the league after Y, you know, with the adults, that was banging. That was tough.
Tough league, bro.
And it was so tough that Tim Thomas came down a couple times in classes, man. I wouldn't even advise you to play this because they playing rough house. You don't want to mess your career up, man. Get hurt down there.
Tim was just something different, though, man.
Yeah.
He was something different, man. But like we'll say, if you go up to, if Tim would have went up to Grand Street, we're fighting it. Listen, fight my boy, y'all. Fight playing with a toothpick in the corner of his mouth. Never came out. Never fell out.
Yeah.
And you go up there, you're gonna get some
that's
D1 basketball. You're gonna get hit. So don't go up there if you ain't been in the weight room or you ain't got your weight up. Come up there crying, man. They don't play that. They don't play that.
I know my first experience with Fontaine, I was playing for Grady's.
Yeah.
And I said, I never played the game. Like he said, hey, Richardson, go in there and take out Mr. Black from Eastside.
Yeah.
And I get up, I don't even check out the
Hey, well,
table.
you're really not that nice. I like you, you're a nice guy and everything, but Michael Johnson, that was his block on 12. Michael Johnson on 12th Ave, Phil Johnson.
I didn't even check in at the table. I just walked on the court. Time out, 2 minute court. So he told me sit down, right? 10 seconds left in the game. He put me back down there. My first jump shot I ever took. Guess who threw it down court? My first jump shot that I ever took in the game. Guess who threw it down court? Fontaine. I'm doing a big. He's a they play something, man. But I don't want to play no more basketball. I don't even want to play, man. Forget this. I stuck it out though.
You know, Wiz had, for all you ball players, Wiz had a crossover back then with a step back. He just stepped to the side, you step back, but it's hard to block his shot, and it was automatic. So it was very competitive, man. He was very competitive, brother. I played against a lot of people, man. But Wiz was one of, that's why I got up here. That's why we talking to you guys, letting y'all know, especially you young folks, man. Stop being copycatters, man. Stop being robots. You understand? You all y'all do the crossover. Okay, good. All y'all do the same move. Nobody slow it down. Blah blah blah. That's why you got a few exceptions that do things on their own, and the coach ain't gonna take you out. But you gotta score. You gotta make it work. You know, like SGA, the only reason he get that stuff off because he take a chance.
Yeah, right.
You understand? These guys take chances, man. You know. So, but
I'll tell you,
we had a lot of fun, man. We got a lot of gunslingers.
yeah, I mean, if you go back, I'm talking about, I'm gonna give some names, you know, Ron